Getting about those things again for tuning in to yet another video. Infamous coming at you live from the West Coast again, San Jose, California. So let's just get into the topic of this video. We have something quite unique, something that's made in Italy. And, you know, maybe you're wondering, hey, what this is. Maybe you saw a video on it like I did. And you looked a little bit into it and you're probably wondering, hey, what are the pros and the cons to this thing? Normally I make videos with first-hand experience, you know, stuff that I've installed on my own bike, stuff that I've seen, that I've handled in my hands. Typically it's stuff that I have installed firsthand on one of my bikes. I own 3 bikes. I've been buying a lot of parts, performance parts. I recently just made a big purchase on something, so I came close to buying this, but last minute I decided you know, just to go a different route. But I still want to share my 2 cents, and maybe this might help you decide on whether you want to buy this or maybe you want to get something else. So let's just go ahead and get into it. What is this thing? RBW Skull. It's a riding mode selector, which is very, very neat. I've been making videos on something like this. If you guys seen the 2023 CVOs, they have riding modes. So we might see, you know, riding modes coming to the Softail lineup maybe by 2024 or 2025. I am almost certain we'll see it by 2025, and who knows, maybe you want to get this for your own bike now. Maybe you don't want to wait for 2025 or 2024. Who knows where the interest rates are going to go? Who knows what more surcharge fees we might see from Harley? You guys remember the Street Bob got a massive price increase this year. So like I said, maybe you want riding modes, maybe you want to make your bike a little bit more aggressive. What is this thing? Enough rambling, just tell us. It's a throttle sensitivity device. I mean, it doesn't modify your engine, it doesn't modify your ECM or anything like that. It just changes the sensitivity, how sensitive your throttle is. That's all it is. It reduces the lag. That's mainly what it does. It just reduces the lag. There's a lag between the throttle, your grip, and your throttle body. There's a lag depending on, you know, the percentage. Typically, not to get too specific, but once you go full throttle, that's pretty much a 1-to-1 ratio. And then let's say you're at 50%, then of course, you know, the response and the lag, it just depends on the position of the throttle, and this pretty much changes that. That's what it does. And you have 5 different riding modes. The first 2, I believe, it gives you more lag, and then the setting 3, 4 and 5. The setting 5 is pretty much a 1-to-1 ratio. So if you're at 20%, it's giving you 20% throttle and not 20% grip throttle, and then on your throttle body it's giving you 10% because of the lag. That's what I mean. So, and I believe the sport mode, it's like a 80%, 20%. You guys are understanding what I'm saying? Basically 80% throttle, and it's giving you 70% response. You guys kind of get the point. 100% throttle, 100% response. 50% throttle, it's like 30% response at the throttle body. So it gives you a different lag, and like I said, this is pretty much what that does. It gives you more control over the throttle lag and the throttle response. And that's pretty much how most of the Indians work. I've been saying this in my videos. I believe the VVT is slightly different, but it's a mixture of both throttle and of course your VVT system. So not to get into that and ramble and keep on going on with the video, but like I said, I like it. All right, it is expensive. Vance & Hine, they used to do something like this. It used to be called the throttle pack. So you have your fuel pack, and they used to make a throttle pack. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, why they stopped making it, but this is pretty much what that is. So on the fuel pack, on the FP3, you actually have these settings. So if you have a FP3, on your Softail or on your ECM or whatever on your Harley, you really don't need this unless you like being able to switch it on the fly. So that's one of the benefits of having this RBW Skull riding mode selector. You could do it on the fly. You don't have to turn off the bike, turn it back on. With the fuel pack, if you have a fuel pack 3, you'll have to, of course, turn the bike off, put it in the on position without the ignition, connect it to your phone, Bluetooth, and then of course go to the throttle lag and then set it. And FP3, they have their own little settings, and it's pretty much like this. All right, so you would have to get into your ECM. So that's where there's another pro with this system. So not only can you select it on the fly, you don't have to turn it off, you don't have to do anything like that. It changes it on the fly at the flick of a switch. You don't get into your ECM. So if you're someone that has extended warranty and you want to keep your extended warranty, it's called ESP, then you don't void it with this system, which is another, like I said, it's another benefit. If you're living in California like myself, and a lot of these manufacturers won't ship to California, you could get this shipped to California and it's still 50 state legal, because it doesn't modify your exhaust or your emissions. It doesn't modify the emissions at all. So that's where there's the second benefit. Like I said, you keep your warranty, you keep your extended warranty, you don't void your warranty, and of course it's emissions, it's EPA friendly. So there's there's that. I'm not too sure as far as EPA and stuff like that, but technically it doesn't alter the emissions, it doesn't alter your fuel system, so it should be 50 state legal. Like I said, it just alters the throttle response. And as far as the warranty, it doesn't get into the ECM, so technically it's not it shouldn't void your warranty. So contact your dealers if you're wondering. Don't take it don't take it from me, but as far as the way it wires and the way it alters the ECM, it doesn't connect, it doesn't alter your fuel system. So that's from what I understand. But like I said, if you want to be 100% sure, you have to contact your dealer, and I believe it should be safe as far as keeping your warranty. So it's pretty cool. Like I mentioned, overall great. I mean, I like what I see. I've been asking for riding modes. I've been, I don't know. I mean, it's all right here. So you could either spend the $20,000 or the $30,000, or if you're buying a CVO, you could spend the $50,000. But if you have a Road Glide, if you have a touring model, you could just buy this. You could buy this and you get the riding modes. And then on top of that, you can still, go up to a 128 or 131 or whatever you're doing. So yeah, so it's compatible with, like you guys see here, it's compatible with all the stages. Like I said, it just alters your throttle lag. You could also tune this with your Power Vision, your Dyno Jet. It's not as easy as the Fuel Pack 3. So like I said, if you have Fuel Pack 3, you really don't need this. Overall, great looking device. You guys can see it's very small. It goes right on top of your hand control, so it's really close at arm's reach. And then of course it's also on your throttle hand, so you don't accidentally, you're not holding onto the throttle and then altering it with your left hand, causing you to fall off and stuff like that. So the only other con I see with the system is, the price. It is expensive. It is pricey. I believe it's over $800. One of the other cons, if you don't have traction control, this might be something that could get you in trouble if you don't have the proper, throttle response or the throttle control. I've said this in my videos when it comes to the Indian, riding that thing in sport mode. It's nuts. So I can only imagine how crazy this thing's gonna be, especially when I saw it's a 1-for-1. At 20%, 30%, you have full 100% throttle response, which is, I could see it being potentially dangerous especially if you're a new rider and you're getting into a corner and you're holding, that throttle at 40%. You might get yourself in some trouble. So overall, I like the design. I like the build. I'm pretty sure it's going to be it's a fairly easy install. You don't have to get into your handlebars. You don't have to get, like I said, into some of the other parts. You might have to remove your fuel tank, but as far as running wires from the inside of your throttle, of your handlebars, routing it, fishing lines through your risers, fishing lines through your bars, stuff like that, you don't have to do any of that. I mean, this is a system that plugs into your connectors that are inside of your neck. You don't have to pull anything out. Like I said, you don't have to feed anything. If you want to clean stuff up, then you probably would. But, just the installation is super, super easy. Super, super simple install on this system. So that's another pro. Installation, extended warranty, and of course, emissions. There's a lot of pros. I like what I see. I wish I could, afford to buy something like this so I can show you guys the installs and whatnot and the functions and how it works. But here's a few modes right here. Sport mode. It's made for hills. So select sport mode, gives you the rider sport style, ride by wire, throttle response. City mode, a little bit more tamed. I believe this is the standard, and then you have rain mode. This is the one that kind of gives you more throttle lag, and then you have anarchy. Anarchy mode is the one that gives you a 1-to-1 throttle response. So pretty impressive, easy installation. Everything about it, like I said, I mean, if you're looking for riding modes, I mean, they're pretty much right here. Less fuel consumption because of the throttle lag. You're giving it 100% throttle and you're only getting 70% of the response. So it is going to be a little bit more fuel efficient because you're not you're not going nuts at a 1-to-1. And here's the no lag on off engine response. I'm not sure what on off engine response is. No lag or on off engine response. So yeah, there's no lag when it comes to anarchy mode. Faster, safer. So you get all these comforts. This is the reason why I like the riding modes, because you could ride 2-up on rain mode. You guys aren't bumping helmets at every stoplight and stuff like that. And then of course you could go faster if you have to, pass up a big rig, or you have to get yourself out of a sticky situation. If you could, just throw that thing in sport mode, anarchy mode, and you're gone. So, pretty cool. Overall, I like it. You guys can leave your comments down below. What do you guys think? Is this something that you guys are probably looking into? For the price, I mean, you could, like I said, you could buy yourself a cam and probably get it installed for that price. But as far as what I've ridden, as far as Screaming Eagle, Torque Cam, and the Tune, I think you're gonna have more fun with this RBW Skull. Honestly, I've ridden, like I said, I've tried out the Torque Cam and I wasn't really impressed with it, especially with a OEM Tune. I think this is going to give you a little bit more throttle response when it comes to the Screaming Eagle option. And like I said, you still keep the warranty on the bike. So you guys, like I said, you guys check them out. You could also, another benefit, they have multiple different color options, so you could really customize it, and they don't charge you more, which is nice. It's all basically all the same price. And another option, you can see them right here. You have gold, red, blue, and just you also have black, and you have the chrome. Another benefit with this as well is you can actually pay this in 3 payments. So if it's a little bit too heavy for you at $800, you could choose the pay in 3 option, 0 interest. I do this for a lot of my eBay purchases. I pay in 4. It just makes it a little bit easier on your wallet. I believe it's every 2 weeks they bill you a certain amount, so since it's $800, I guess you're paying somewhere around $300 something every 2 weeks. So it just makes it a little bit easier on the wallet. So you get paid in 0% interest, and you'll have it, you'll have it fairly quickly. I believe somewhere around 10 to 14 days as soon as you make the first payment, and then payment number 2 and 3, you'll have your RBW Skull installed by then, and then you could enjoy it. So you guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching yet another video. Those are, my explanation and my feedback and my reaction to the RBW. So check them out on Instagram, of course. They're pretty much everywhere now. Thanks. Life's risk. Get out there and ride. Later.